Welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss about salary tips for candidates. So we can start, guys. The first point is speak and attend interview confidently. You have to be very confident in attending the interviews. So have a smile, have a calm face, and have a positive mindset. The first point, you have to practice for an interview. Okay, sit properly. So all the gestures you have to follow. You have to be clear communication. Okay, don't speak faster. Okay, don't speak too low and all. And the main thing is you have so much confidence. Confidence will help you, guys. And moving to the second point, that is find the right pay. So it's very important, guys. Pay is very important, right? You have to choose, you have to examine, okay, what is the right pay for your job and all. Okay, so in this point, so you have to ask your friends or check a salary website. Okay, take a confirmation and all. Okay, so you have to look what other people in the same job are earning. Okay, so this is also most important, asking friends about the salary who are working in the same domain in other companies. Okay, and suppose the people are earning 60,000 for an example, you have to ask 5,000 more. Okay, always in a positive zone, guys. Okay, it shows your request. Okay, like that you can do, guys. The third point is you have to show off your skills, guys. It's very important. So you have to tell what are all the skills, why you need to give me a more salary. Okay, because you have skills, right? That only, for that reason only company is paying you. Okay, so I have to tell like I have a skill to pick the right products, like that you can say. So skills are the very important to our asking salary. So you can also explain the achievements in the last company and all. Okay, and how you given a contribution for their boosting a profit and all. So like this you have to show off your skill to some extent. And the next question is, let the HR say the salary first. Okay, so it's a very important point, because you have to listen until the HR says the salary. Okay, so how I am going to explain. So HR generally ask, right, what salary do you want, right? So you are not going to ask immediately and not going to demand. Okay, you can ask that what is the usual pay for this role. Okay, if they say 80k for example, you know the salary is more. HR always try to pull you back, but the thing is you have already known, right? In previous point I explained, for inquiring friends and all, you get to know, right, that you have to ask. You have to ask more. Okay, next point is try to convince once politely. Suppose HR didn't agree what your expectations means, you have to convince once by saying I have excellent skills, can I get a bit more salary, like that you have to convince, not arguing, it's just a convince. Okay, so for what they told, you can just say a thank you. Okay, and you can add your more skills, and or else you can elaborate your current skills. Okay, so I was hoping around 85,000 for an example instead of 80,000. Okay, so be polite, and it will give a positive impression to HR also. Like that you can do, guys. And the next point is ask for additional benefits. Okay, suppose in some cases HR won't agree for your expected salary. Okay, in that time you have to compensate for that salary, right? Or you have to ask incentives, bonus, and if any PF available for my job, like that you have to ask. Okay, so a HR suppose says no, right? In that time you have to ask like this. You can ask for vacation, okay, perks, benefits. Okay, and the thing is PF you have to ask. That's a must ensure, because very important, guys. Okay, at the end of the job, while you quit the job or you resign the job, you can receive that, right? Like that. Okay, signing bonus also you can ask, extra cash. Okay, and the incentive is the biggest important thing that you have to ask, guys. Suppose your company have incentives or not. Then comes ask for time to think point. It's a very important point, because in a corporate you have to take some time. Suddenly you won't agree to all terms, conditions, salary and everything. Okay, so HR gives an offer, don't say immediately yes or don't say immediately no. Okay, just smile and say okay, that's a great news, so that I can get a time until tomorrow morning or evening, whatever you are comfortable in that. Okay, so HR also understand this guy is smart. He's going to think and he's going to ask and like a survey everywhere like that. Okay, so stay professional and polite until you get a job, guys. And next point comes very important, get agreements in a paper. Okay, so it's the most important point, because whatever the conversations you have did with HR, right, you have to get it in a paper. Okay, it's a legal procedure. Okay, so you have to focus more on this point. Okay, like how I going to explain this point is, so suppose your salary they agreed for 80,000 or 85,000, vacation days, everything. Okay, you can ask, can I get it in a writing please? Okay, in a professional manner. Okay, please send offer letter or new offer letter, updated salary in extra days, like that. What they spoken. Okay, so spoken promises easily forgotten, right? For that you have to ask like that, and make sure you have to cross check once. And sometimes you have to be friendly with HR. Okay, stay focused, be friendly, be casual in the entire interview process. Okay, and important is keep a smile in the face. Okay, so think like HR is a person, like a teammate, not as an opposition. Okay, so good rapport will give a better results, guys. And we can move for the last and the final point, that is sometimes you have to be ready to say no also, guys. Okay, it's also important point. Why? Because in corporate what it happens is, so you're not supposed to agree or say yes for everything. Okay, sometimes HR says we don't have that much budget or money. Okay, in that time don't be sad. Okay, so you have to think, or you have to search for a backup for that. Okay, you have to keep a backup plan, say and take it as a challenge and find a better job than this salary and prove them. Okay, that's all, guys. So hope you understood everything in this video. And finally, don't become disappointed. There are several and thousands of companies. Okay, so once a failure is not always a failure. Keep trying, keep searching, and all the best, guys.